What's up, guys? I have another tattoo video for you today, and it is going to be on my husband again because we are blasting out his sleeves, and we're super excited to show this one to you guys. So thanks for watching. We're going anime today.
Yeah, we are. Attack on Titan.
Here, try to get the face in there too. There you go. Yay, that's what we're doing today.
It's very big. It
very
is bigger than
big.
we expected. We're going to cover up some old work. It's
Old.
worth it, though.
There you go.
The
There's
Borderlands
the picture.
tattoo. Still healing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Are we watching it and starting, or are we starting and watching it?
I will let you watch it
Okay.
while I start. This is my anniversary present to my husband.
Aww.
Yeah. Happy
You didn't tell me
anniversary. Yeah.
Aww, that's sweet.
I wanted to get you a present, but we're poor. So
But she got skills.
I drew it. That don't mean I do it.
Yeah, so we're doing the Armored Titan from Attack on Titan today.
Yep.
Also known as Reiner Braun.
It's Reiner Braun Armored Titan. Punch it in there. No regrets.
One of the 9.
One of the 9. Which we are on the last season. We have not finished it yet. So if we regret this, it's too damn bad. Okay, off we go. I am starting with a 7 RL today. It is a super fine liner, and it is super hard to read. I actually had like a really difficult time reading the lines on this, but luckily there's no straight lines in this whole stencil. So I was really confident that I'll just get it punched in. It'll be fine. Whenever you use a tight liner like this, you do want to make sure that you're extra careful with the skin because it's basically like a serrated knife. Like, it is super easy to cut somebody if you haven't used these before. They're definitely not like a traditional thick liner. So I am just being as careful as possible, and you might be able to see it in the camera quality after the lining is finished, but I actually had blowouts in this tattoo, and I don't hardly ever have a blowout, but I was trying to get this lining as defined as possible, and it was just too much. Too much. I'm really surprised I had blowouts in it because it just doesn't happen, but I'm having him watch like a Smosh video of Attack on Titan because that's how I was introduced to the show. We actually started watching this, I started watching it right before we got together 8 years ago. It is our anniversary today, and I wanted to give him a special present because there's nothing like getting a new tattoo to like boost your confidence or just make you feel better. And I'm glad he decided on this specific piece. He actually picked out this picture himself, and I did some adjustments to it, so I'll pop it up in here what the original looks like. But it just took up a whole chunk of space, and there's nothing more gratifying than getting just blasted with a big tattoo and just saying, oh my god, look, I physically look different now. And he's super happy with it. This is actually just the first session, so there is more work to be done with it. We're actually partially covering up a previous tattoo that just did not turn out well, and the way it lines up with the arm is it actually just kind of nicely blends into the lining. So I'm really confident that when we start packing in reds and highlights and whites and stuff, that's gonna just softly dissipate. So I'm super excited about it, but this was a lot of fun. I don't know if you can see it. Right where my finger is at, I did this design and we didn't catch it till I had already lined it, but it looks like a straight up dick. So just keep an eye on that and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I was like, oh man, wouldn't that be so funny if I accidentally tattooed a dick? Because it just happens. You know, you do a design and you just don't notice it, but that's like the stereotypical, there's a dick in your tattoo, and yeah, it popped up in there. And he thought I did it on purpose, but no, completely just organic accident going on. It's This drawing took so long, and fitting it in between two previous tattoos and the wrist and the elbow right where the crease of that arm is was really difficult to do. I was enjoying that. If you haven't seen Attack on Titan, Smosh, it's so good. That was how I even decided I was going to watch the show. But finally, 8 years later, we're about to finish it. We're still binge watching it right now. So the hands, I would say, was the hardest part to do. It was so just... I ended up switching positions later when I was touching it up and while I was filling it in. And I should have done it that way where I actually had him bend his arm towards himself because it made such a nicer stretch, and I just didn't consider that while I was doing the lining. But for all those straight lines, that would have helped a lot more. So just FYI, whenever you're doing just an arm piece on that side, yeah, having an actual armrest makes a huge difference, and getting them to get their own stretch along with yours is very, very important. That liner worked really, really well for getting the detailing in the face. I ended up putting teeth in there that are super, super tiny, and just getting all of those straight lines pulled with such a small liner is a lot harder than it seems, because I can pull straight lines with a thick liner all day. You know, it's just, it goes in like butter. It's super fun. This is a lot more technically difficult for me personally because I'm not super used to these, but I started using a tight liner about a year ago, and it's been a process learning how to get it to really work for me, but it is a lot of fun. And it does switch it up for me because I come from a traditional background in tattooing. I'm just going to wipe it off. And probably right about now I'm going to be touching up some lines just to make sure that they stay in real nicely. Yeah, see, I start to change his position and then it just cleans up those lines so much more, but also some of that stencil was missing, so I added in some extra detailing. I'm referencing to my stencil itself, the actual drawing I used for the handmade stencil, and this is what it looks like so far. So you've got these nice wispy little broken up lines, not really a whole lot of straight lines to work with, and that was really, really nice for such a big piece. But now I am just going in and doing just straight black. I'm not adding any green soap, I'm not adding any white. I pretty quickly figured out we're not going to be finishing this whole thing, so I wanted to get the heavy contrast as quickly as I could and just get a nice black put in, because later on we will be going through like the anatomical like muscly bits with just straight red, and then packing in some white and probably more black, which I'm super excited for. So I'm using my reference picture to make sure I'm getting the right highlights, lowlights, the correct shading, also to just figure out what I'm going to bring forwards and backwards in the picture, so things just pop correctly. And this is probably, well, I enjoy lining a lot, but I do enjoy bringing some life to the picture, just adding some dimension to it, because you can just build on those layers and get it nice and peppery. It gave it a nice illustrative feel, which isn't exactly what we were going for, but I feel like it matches the manga really well. So I was really happy with it. And just getting in that detailing. And then you can see me start to pack in some black, and I end up packing black on the whole side where the steam and the face starts to come out. So that way it just gives it some real definition. It gives it that nice illustrative just pop to it before we get the color into it next session, which we're going to take a 2-week break on that, but I have some stuff on myself I'd like to finish, so maybe I'll be filming that. It's going to be a little tricky because it's my shin, and I hate tattooing my shin, but I need to get it done. Yeah, I've been putting it off for a while. It's a massive cover-up, and it's not fun for me color packing on his shin is like the devil, so. But you can already kind of see it up at the top of his face that it's really just bringing that steam out, and it looks really, really nice. The way that previous tattoo is lining into this, these are just like little soft dots, and it's kind of aged out. So right now, with it still healing, it's like 3 days old now. This is looking super, super saturated and way, way darker than this previous tattoo. So after I go in with some white and red inside of all of this, I feel like it will just bring it all together and you won't even realize this is here. It'll be a full cover up at some point. We have another piece we need to put underneath here, but until then, he's got these funky little dots and lines and stuff, but it'll, the only place you'll actually be able to notice that it's a cover up later on is just in this wrist area, which will have more over it later on. So for doing a cover up, I feel like that's the best way to go, is to offset and bring your attention to a different area rather than trying to place that cover up in the center. You want to offset it so it's not the main focus of the piece itself. Off these lights.
Oh, look at it.
Okay.
That's so fucking dope. It looks like it's straight out of the manga, dude.
Okay, come here.
I love it.
You like it?
Yeah. Check this
Okay.
shit out.
Hold on, sir. We're doing correct angles. So yeah, that black in there is going to continue down on this side too. So it is going to cover up the remaining tattoo that was there. And then you're going to see a bunch of reds in between, kind of like these, they look like scales, but it's more muscle. Just super, just packing in red. And then there's some in the face, but those teeth, man, they've got to be just the size of a ballpoint pen. They're super tiny. So I had a lot of fun with that liner doing the small bits of it. And he opted in for the teeth. He really wanted the teeth in there, and I'm really glad we did that because it just gives it a more menacing look compared to the original picture, which I should pop back in just so you can see the difference in it. So yeah, I had a good time. And this is all going to be red in here, you know. Refer to the picture. It's basically going to be pretty matched up. I'm super happy with it. He loves it. I'm really glad I got to give him like a decent sized piece because it's been a while since we've gotten to do anything on this size. But yeah, it came out pretty good. I'm really happy with it. It's going to match the theme of black and red, so he'll have a very concise half sleeve. And then we'll see if we keep going up for a full sleeve, but I really like the position he picked for this. It ended up super nice.
I love it. Yes!
Happy anniversary. Love you.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye. Are we done?
Yes.
Okay.
You could cut all of this out for all I care.
I almost like the angle. Different. Feel better?
I love it.
That's a good thumbnail right there.
With my hand in my pocket. Yeah, that's like all you're gonna see when my hand's in my pocket. That's so fucking dope.
That's fun shit. Not done yet. Getting there.
Love it.
Okay.
Man, look how tatted up I'm getting.
I know.
It's about time. Man, finally, the reason I married you is paying off.
Hi! Motherfucker. Oh my god. Just, yeah, you would expect him to be with me for 8 years and have a whole lot more tattoos, but I take my hiatuses, you know. I tattoo myself a whole lot more than I tattoo him. It's just, we're getting there. I'll make up for it. But if you guys enjoyed that, thanks for watching. Look forward to some more tattoo reaction videos I'm going to be putting up soon. Yeah, I'm in the mood to tattoo, so I'm going to be putting out some more videos probably in the next week or two. So look forward to those, and if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it. It's a small channel, so you know, I do this just for fun, but it makes me feel good when people give me feedback and recognition that they like what I do. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.